Hello, I'm Jen. Welcome back to my channel, Literary Love 123, where I like to use my master's in English to analyze the horror genre year round. But now it's time to hit spooky season full on. And what better way to do that than to announce a wonderful Halloween themed event, Halloween-a-thon. This event is being hosted and was also created by the amazing Kelsey at Slime and Slashers. I will link her channel down below as well as her announcement video. There are several co hosts for this event. I will also link them down in the description box below. While I'm not a co host, I am on the Monster Squad for this event, helping out in other ways. And I will link my fellow Monster Squad peeps down in the description box below, too. So you can follow Kelsey and all of the co hosts and all of the Monster Squad members if you're not already. So let me talk a little bit about this event. So you can do this event if you like horror. You can do this event if you don't like horror. You can do this event if you want to read, or if you want to watch movies, or if you want to do crafts, or any combination. This event is customizable. You make it work for you. This is about having fun. We don't want to put pressure on ourselves for spooky season. We want to have a good time. And this event allows you to do that in whichever ways you choose. So there are a lot of prompts and a lot of ways that you can go about accomplishing those prompts. I won't get into all of the details here because Kelsey does a really great job of explaining everything in her announcement video, but you will see that you can have a game board, or you can use a bingo card, or you could do a combination. I'll be talking a little bit in just a few minutes about how I'm going to meet my goals or follow the prompts, but I first want to talk about the two recommendations I have for you. As a Monster Squad member, I got to give one book recommendation and one movie recommendation. So the book I recommended is The Haunting of Velkwood by Gwendolyn Keist. This is my favorite book of the year so far. In this book, we're following the main character, Talitha Velkwood, and she is going back into the neighborhood where she grew up. Something bizarre happened like 20 years prior to where we're starting here, where this veil came over the neighborhood of Velkwood and it trapped the people there inside of that veil. Talitha and her two best friends were not there when it happened. And they are the only three people who can pass through that veil, but every time they come out, they bring some things with them. And everyone who's inside the veil is trapped in the way it was 20 years ago. So this would be categorized as a suburban gothic. And just this idea that in the cookie cutter world of suburbia, where everything may appear very, serene and very comfy on the surface, there could be something sinister lurking underneath. Now, the movie I chose to recommend is Ginger Snaps, the 2020 coming of rage film, I like to call it. And that also has a link to suburbia because in Bailey Downs, the setting of Ginger Snaps, when the movie opens, everything looks like it is very peaceful, again, very serene and idyllic, living in this suburb of Bailey Downs, but lurking beneath the surface again is something sinister. So it follows the Fitzgerald sisters, Ginger and Bridget, who are they stand out from the rest of their peers. We'll say that. They are focused on death and the macabre, and also they're a little behind the normal age for maturing until one night Ginger gets her first period, And that same night, she's attacked by a werewolf. So, again, a coming of rage film. So, now let me move on to share with you my personalized bingo card. So, I did a very simple 9 square bingo card. So, I downloaded the printable that Kelsey made available, and I customized mine with Microsoft Designers. Kelsey already did the bingo board. She did the graphic Halloween-a-thon, and she did the individual squares. So all I had to do was to go in and fill in here the prompts that I chose to do. So the first prompt I chose is Ghastly Grinner, and that is from Cameron, one of the co-hosts. And for this prompt, you are to read a spooky comic book or graphic novel. For this one, I chose Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell and Faith Erin Hicks. The next prompt here is Monster Squad. So that is one of Kelsey's prompts. And this is to read or watch a recommendation from anyone on the Monster Squad. So I chose Travis's recommendation, Meddling Kids by Edgar Cantero. And I think you get the idea. I don't want to keep staying on this screen because I feel like I need to get back onto my full screen so I can actually share some visuals for the next prompts that I'm going to be talking about. But I think you get the idea. So I'm going to stop sharing now and then talk about the prompts and my plans for the rest of them. I want to start by telling you what Pumpkinheads is about. So let's read the synopsis. Deja and Josiah are seasonal best friends. Every autumn, all through high school, they've worked together at the world's best pumpkin patch. They say goodbye every Halloween and they're reunited every September 1st. But this Halloween is different. Josie and Deja are finally seniors. It's their last season at the patch, their last shift together, their last goodbye. Josie's ready to spend the whole night feeling melancholy about it. He's the melancholy type. But Deja has a plan. What if, instead of moping and instead of the usual slinging llama beans down at the succotash hut, they went out with a bang? They could see all the sights, taste all the snacks. Maybe Josie could even talk to that cute girl he's been mooning over for 3 years. What if their last shift was an adventure? And this just sounds like such a perfect spooky season fun read. So I want to now tell you what Meddling Kids by Edgar Cantero is about. First of all, this cover, I love it so much. It's so pretty. So let me talk about it. In 1977, 4 teenagers and a dog, Andy the tomboy, Nate the nerd, Carrie the bookworm, and Peter the jock, and Tim the Weimaraner, solved the mystery of Sleepy Lake, the trail of an amphibian monster terrorizing the quiet town of Blighton Hills led the gang to spend a night in DeBowen Mansion and apprehend a familiar culprit, a bitter old man in a mask. Scooby-Doo. Now, in 1990, the 20-something former teen detectives are lost souls. Plagued by night terrors and Peter's tragic death, the 3 survivors have been running from their demons. When the man they apprehended all those years ago makes parole, Andy tracks him down to confirm what she's always known. They got the wrong guy. Now she'll need to get the gang back together and return to Blighton Hills to find out what really happened in 1977. And this time, she's sure they're not looking for another man in a mask. A mad scientist concoction of H.P. Lovecraft, teen detectives, and a love of Americana, Edgar Cantero's Meddling Kids is a story filled with rich horror, thrilling twist, outright hilarity, and surprising poignancy. So I'm excited about reading that. So the other prompts that I have, one is Suspiria, which is a prompt from Kelsey. and that is to read a book with neon or very vivid and vibrant colors on the cover, or to watch a movie that utilizes vibrant colors in the film. So I could use this. I could hit myself in the head too. I could use meddling kids for that prompt, but I actually chose another book for that prompt, and that is the new book by M.L. Rio called Graveyard Shift. M.L. Rio wrote If We Were Villains, which is a book that I absolutely adore. The next prompt on my bingo board is from Kitty, and this prompt is called This is the Skin of a Killer. And for this prompt, you either read a book or watch a movie featuring a vampire, or you can make a drink using edible glitter. So I chose the book So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison for this prompt. This book comes out in September, and I have loved everything by Rachel Harrison so far, so I cannot wait to read her take on vampires. The next prompt is my final book prompt, and that one is a prompt by Katrina. And this one is called The Worst Witch, and it is to read a book or watch a movie featuring witches, wizards, magic, etc. For this prompt, I chose So Witches We Became by Jill Bagachinsky, which has been described as a YA feminist take on Stephen King's The Mist, and it also has queer rep. So, what more could we want? The next two prompts I talk about are going to be two movie watching prompts that I chose. And one of them is from Kelsey, and the prompt is The Halloween Tree. And this is to read a book or watch a movie that is set on or around Halloween or has Halloween vibes. So for this one, I'm going with a traditional watch for me every Halloween, and that is John Carpenter's 1978 classic, Halloween. The second movie prompt that I'm going to choose is from Katrina, and the prompt is Ginger Snaps. And what you do for this prompt is to read or watch a werewolf book or movie. So I'm going to be watching Ginger Snaps, which is also a traditional watch for me too. So I'll definitely be reading. Well, maybe not reading, definitely be watching more than just these two movies, but those are the only ones I'm putting on my bingo board. So the final two prompts or I'm so excited. I'm going wild here. The final two prompts are activity prompts. So one of them is from co-host Lauren, and the prompt is double double toil and trouble, and that is to enjoy a fall themed cocktail, mocktail, or beverage. So I'll be partaking in this prompt quite a bit with fall sangria, mulled wine, pumpkin spice lattes. Easy activity to do, right? And then my final prompt on my board is, can I find it? Yes, I found it. Is a prompt from Katrina called Oh My Gourd. And for this prompt, you are to roast pumpkin seeds or make pumpkin bread. So I will be making pumpkin bread, which is something, again, that I do every fall. So that really shows you how low pressure this is. There are probably already a lot of things that you do every fall season, and you can fit those right in. You can make your own prompts. There is no one way to do this. But before I close, I want to show you that you can also purchase some Halloween-a-thon merch. I will link that down below too. But I want to show you my shirt. I chose the purple shirt because it's my favorite color. There are other colors, there are other styles. But let me just show you my shirt here. So you can see, you can get the game board on your shirt. So thank you so much for watching this video. I would love to know if you're going to be participating in Halloween-a-thon. What are some of your plans for spooky season? If you like this video, please hit that like button. I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. and hit that bell so you won't miss any videos from me. Thank you so much for watching, and happy Halloween-a-thon.